Welcome to another ROFFS update video for the Southeast region in late November 2025. We'll be looking at some imagery from over the past weekend, so a couple days ago now. Starting with the SST, sea surface temperature. The Gulf Stream is about 82 degrees off of the Keys in South Florida. Off the Keys it's a little further offshore, but there is nice filament inshore along the reef line, something like that. As we move up the Florida coast, as we often do, we see these small eddies forming along the Florida coast, but really this edge in here is the main one you'd want to look for. North of Cape Canaveral you can see even more small eddies moving up. In the Jacksonville area the eddies start to get a little larger, and then we can also see some lingering filaments inshore. So these are old eddy filaments that have kind of gotten stuck inshore 20 fathoms. So that's nice warm blue water well inshore there. Real quick, looking at the Bahamas. Down here, counterclockwise eddy in the channel. Really nice edge here where we have some colder and darker blue water moving in and meeting some Gulf Stream associated water. Eastern side in this area is kind of unstable. A lot of swirls in there, some colder water getting pulled into the Gulf Stream. Moving up to the South Carolina area, pretty stable edge, and then we have this elongated eddy in here, something like that. And that eddy will be moving pretty rapidly. Inshore, this water in here is pretty cool, but it is actually fairly clean. So the kingfish guys might be looking for that edge. We'll see that later in ocean color. Approaching North Carolina now, really large counterclockwise eddy there, moving up along the Gulf Stream. Pretty stable edge in this area, maybe one small eddy there. Again, we have really cold water once you get past Cape Hatteras, moving inshore. And then on the eastern side again, we just see some cooler offshore water in a couple places getting pulled into the Gulf Stream, helping to cool it off. Probably looking at about 80 degrees for the Gulf Stream up in the Cape Hatteras area. So now we'll take a look at the ocean color. I did have some cloud cover in this, but that's alright. So again, down in the Keys, you can see the Gulf Stream fairly far offshore. Numerous eddies in there. Eddy in the Miami area there. So here's the main edge kind of wobbling in and offshore. You can see it really well in ocean color off of Florida. We talked about this edge where that cooler Bahamas blue water is right there. We could see this green filament being pulled offshore there. Numerous small eddies once again there. And then this was the first larger eddy we talked about. You can see there. And then these were the filaments I was talking about that are inshore. So that's something like 78 to 79 degree, fairly clean water inshore 20 fathoms in the North Florida area. Moving along, edge of the Gulf Stream here. And then this was the clean inshore water that I was talking about. So it's fairly cool, but there is some clean water stuck in there. This was the elongated eddy here, and then moving right into the really large eddy off of North Carolina, approaching North Carolina. And then we kind of lose the ocean color imagery to the clouds up here. So I think that's about it for this area. If you are looking to head out there, make sure you head to ROFFS.com to get the appropriate area, and we'll get you updated so you can see what you need to see. Have a good one.